This is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Excel 1970-73 Carryover League. Brought to you by the Shrimp Trawler YouTube channel.
Welcome back, baseball fans, to the 1970-73 Carryover League. Tonight, we have a series in the National League Mountain Division between rivals Arizona and Colorado. Of course, we know they don't come into existence until the 1990s, so we retrofitted them into our timeline. We kind of made the Rockies a team with the home run, walk, strikeout structure to fit Coors Field. Arizona's more likely put together with high batting average, and it's what they focus on. Try to give each of these expansion teams some identity. And this year, they are fighting for the top spot in the Mountain Division. Let's look at the standings right now, and then we'll see what's happened in the series thus far in the Mountain Division, which is very competitive this year, because the National League's very competitive this year. By the way, this is the net win-loss in the American League, and they're -11. So that's going to show up in this division as well, the Mountain. And here we are. Actually, the Rockies are in first place presently, as they're up 3-2. We'll find this out shortly. Also, the net win-loss in this division is +1, +4, +6, -4 is +2. So this division is a modest 2 games over 500, but, folks, it's over 500 for 4 of the 8 expansion teams who didn't exist in this timeline. Remember, Major League Baseball had only 24 teams, and I have 32. And here's 4 of them, and 1 of them will automatically go to the playoffs. So with that, let's take a look at the series. Starting in Arizona, in Joshua Tree. Rockies at Diamondbacks. Dick Drago versus Jim Willoughby in Game 1. And folks, right out of the blocks, it seems like the Arizona Diamondbacks are going to roll through this thing as they demolish, they destroy, crush, crumble, and chomp Dick Drago. 12-0 final in 4 horrible innings for Mr. Drago. He gave up 14 hits and 11 runs. It was terrible. Not much more to say than that, other than just Arizona could, everything they hit on their cards. Hits, singles, doubles, triples. Oddly enough, I don't think they hit a home run in this game. Just kept pounding away for 16 hits. And a nice 3-pitcher shutout was kind of lost in the shuffle there. Jim Willoughby pulled after 6 shutout innings, and his bullpen 3 shutout innings. So do the Rockies come back in the Game 2 in Arizona and try and get the split? And the answer is they don't. It's a close game, though. Final score is Arizona 5-4 in this one. They again start out hot, but it's only 5-0 early. And the Rockies mount a charge in the middle innings, make it 5-3, 5-4 in the 8th. Could not make the full comeback. Ken Tatum and Darryl Knowles finish the game. And there you go. 5-4. 2-0 Arizona. So, could Arizona actually take control of this division by beating up the Rockies in their home park? Well, let's take a look and see. Game 3, first of 3 in Colorado. Good pitching in this one. Solo homer for Joe Liss and a solo homer for Jack Hyatt. And then an RBI single. The key so far is if you score early, you're going to win. The Diamondbacks got a run in the 5th, but their offense finally stalled. Gary Peters pitched an outstanding game. Mel Queen got a save. They beat Juan Pizarro, the only lefty in the Arizona rotation, by a score of 3-1. And the Rockies get win number 1 of the series. Then in game number 4, we have another close game. So the game one was seriously a mirage. The Rockies just dumped that into the forget bin. And this one goes extra. The Rockies, what a crazy eighth inning. It was 2-1 Arizona. Arizona seemed to compound matters, make it worse for the Rockies by going on Ron Reed here. Homer by Jim Lytle. Bunch of singles off of Schellenbach and Mel Queen. But in the bottom of the inning, normally reliable Darrell Knowles loads the bases with nobody out. Ken Tatum comes in, makes it worse with a double and a single, ties the game. Bottom of the 10th, Tatum gives up an RBI single to .230 batting Rick Auerbach. And it's a 6-5 win for Colorado. This is an entertaining series, folks. It's unconventional. There's bad defensive players on both squads. Blown leads late. But it's competitive and it's kind of fun. So what happens in Game 5? Well, in Game 5, the Rockies finally get up to more than 5 runs in a game. They get a 7-3 victory late. They're finally starting to hit more homers, their trademark. They get a Brandt Alea homer in the first, a couple doubles in the fifth, make it 3-3. It's a close game, 4-3. But the most pivotal hit in the eighth inning, Brandt Alea having another all-star quality year for the Rockies. 3-run homer in the eighth, and the biggest margin thus far for Colorado, a 7-3 win. The home team has won all 5 games, which is something I'm not crazy about because you don't really know how good either team is. You like to see a gritty road win, featuring good defensive play, good bullpen play, clutch hitting, things like that. That'll get you a road win. Haven't seen that at all. 5 straight home wins, which portends well for the Arizona Diamondbacks to come back in this series, winning games 6 and 7, if necessary. Today it's game 6 for Colorado. It'll be Carl Morton, the number 2 starter. Had a nice year. I think he was Rookie of the Year in 1970 for the Expos. And for the Diamondbacks, it's Jim Willoughby with a very nice card. A starter 8 card of 1972 with a 2.35 ERA in 88 innings. Really dominates left-handed batters there. Must have a killer curveball, I'm guessing. I don't know, but to make the left-handed hitters so weak, you would think. Reminiscent of Mike Norris would do that. But anyway, who knows? I don't know what his repertoire was. But you got Carl Morton, Jim Willoughby from Joshua Tree in a Game 6. Home teams won every game. Does Arizona follow suit to force a Game 7? We'll find out. Leading off for the Rockies, the only lefty in today's lineup, Rick Monday. 33, grounds a second. So, with Jim Willoughby dominating lefties, Colorado put left-handers Joe LaHood, Paul Ratliff, and Jim Driscoll on the bench and have loaded up with 8 righties following Rick Monday in hopes they can get hits off the Willoughby card. Rick Auerbach, 5'11", bounced to second. This is Braun at second's a 3E34, makes the play. And Mullah, Don Money, bounces to short. This is Popovich, a 3E30 at shortstop, makes the play. All right, Stevie Ray Braun leads off, 5'10" off Morton, catcher's card. This is Hyatt. Jack Hyatt is a 3E6. He makes the play. Chris Arnold, 5'9", second C. Jim Lytle, 58, short X. This is Auerbach, a 3E33 at short. Makes the play. Top of 2. Brandt Alea, 37, is a K. Dave Kingman, 6'10", center X. This is Lytle, a 2E4 in center field, makes the catch. One of the rare good defensive players in this team. Andy Costco swings and misses. Bottom of 2, easy Ed Herman, 1-4 pitcher. George Thomas, 1-5. Let's take a look at the George Thomas card. Again, we mentioned the team likes to find batting average, and one good place to look are the extra player cards, because when you only have 80 at-bats, it's much easier to hit 343 in this case for George Thomas than it is to do that in like 600 or 700 plate appearances. But anyway, yeah, he did it in 1970 and 99 at bats for Boston, and he was scooped up by the Diamondbacks. 1-5 homer, 1-3 double. He misses it. He's on second for Brock Davis. 55's a walk. 2 on for Paul Popovich. 6-12 first seed, moving the runners up to second and third for Felipe Alou. 3-10 flies to center, strands the 2 runners. Jolie will lead off in the third. Joe Liss, 5-10 catcher's card. This is Ed Herman. I think he's a 3-6 catcher. 3-7. He makes the play. Jack Hyatt, 67's a K. And Gagliano, 68, pops to short. Bottom of the third, it is Dalton Jones, 57's a K. Stevie Ray Braun, 56, bouncer to second base. This is Gagliano, a 4-8 at second base. And it'll be a base hit. Chris Arnold, 64, off of the Morton card. It is homer 1-13. And he misses the homer, didn't have power anyway. Settles for a double to center. Stevie Braun, Ray Braun, a 14 runner. Does he take on the Monday arm? No. No, he's going to put the brakes on third base against the -2 arm of Monday. We have second and third with 1 out. They'll play back in a scoreless game for Jim Lytle. 66 hitting the Morton card again with a double one. Single dot, and the Diamondbacks have a 2-0 lead. Easy Ed Herman. 2-9. Let's take a look at Ed Herman. There are certain cards, folks, and certain players, they know when I'm broadcasting on YouTube, and Ed Herman's one of them. I think every time, just scan back to all the Arizona Diamondback games, and Ed Herman will probably get a homer in every single one of them. Then again, Bran Alea will probably hit a homer for the Colorado Rockies in this game because he's prone to do that on YouTube. 2-9, Ed Herman, it's automatic, it is gone, and it is 4-0, and once again, the home team doing well. George Thomas walks. Brock Davis, 1-9, single dot. 2 on, Popovich, 66, all over the Morton card, single dot, and the Diamondbacks are turning it over here. Runners on the corners, 1 out for Alou. 2-9 lines out, and the 10th batter of the inning is Dalton Jones. 65 hits the column again of Morton, poor guy. 1-1-10 double. Double to center field, scoring at least 1. Popovich is a 12-13-14. He's going to run off a -2 arm. Oh, that wasn't a good idea. He gets thrown out on a 20. Well, they get the extra run, but the guy gets thrown out at the plate. It's still a 6-run third inning. Oh my goodness. And the Rockies have their work cut out for them against Jim Willoughby. In the fourth, Brick Monday, 38 is a walk. A stealer, but no sense running down 6. Rick Auerbach, 2-8, pops out. Don Money, 2-12, short B. And Branalea, 2-4 left. All right, top of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth, I mean. Stevie Ray Braun rolls to the pitcher. Chris Arnold, 37's a K. And Lytle, 56. Bouncer to second base. 48, second baseman. He makes the play. We go to the fifth. Dave Kingman, 3-10. The whiff. Andy Costco, 2-6. The whiff. And Joe Liss, 1-3. Is hit by the pitch. Jack Hyatt, 46. And there goes your no-hitter. The only other thing we were looking forward to in this game. It's 1-6. That's going to be a triple, and there goes your shutout as well. 6-1. Can the Rockies continue to make a game of this with a runner at third and 2 outs? Phil Gagliano, 2-6, single and 11. Now he lines out. Bottom of the fifth, but first let's pause a moment for station identification.
This is the Shrimp Trawler video channel.
Este es el canal de videos de camaroneros.
Bottom of the fifth. It'll be easy Ed Herman. 2-6, just missed the column. Pops out to second. George Thomas, 5'11", is a K. And Brock Davis, 6'11", pitcher X. Wharton's an E10. And he makes the play. So a really terrible third inning for Carl. Otherwise, he was all right, but he could be doomed by that. Into the sixth we go. 6-1 game. Rick Monday. 4-10, center X. But Lytle's a 2-4, and center makes the catch. Rick Auerbach, 1-5 short. And Don Money, 2-6. Double on a 12 is a double. Branalea, 1-7. Let's take a look at the Branalea card. I said he's going to hit a home run this game, folks. What he rolled? Let's see, a 1-7. What's on that roll? It looks like it's HR something, 1-11. Oh, that means home run, right? Yeah. Homer, 1-11, and look what we got here. He rolls a 7. And yes, no big surprise, folks. Both cleanup hitters, Ed Herman and Branalea, YouTube sensations with homers. We got a ball game. It is now 6-3 with 2 outs in the 6th. Dave Kingman, 45. Homer 1-6 off the Willoughby card, and he misses it on a 13. So Willoughby starting to have trouble against those right-handed batters here. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It'll be Paul Popovich, 67. Single on a 1, he lines out. Felipe Alou, 210, rolls a third. And Dalton Jones, 38, skies the center field. 6-3 game into the 7th. Willoughby continues. Andy Costco, 52, pops to first. Joe Liss, 2-7's a K. And Jack Hyatt, 48 is a single. Phil Gagliano, 38, skies the center field. Stretch time here in Arizona. We are enjoying listening to Graham Parsons and the Fallen Angels live from 1973. We'll sweep out the ashes in the morning. A new soft shoe, Streets of Baltimore, Love Hurts, all sorts of great cuts on this one. Live on the radio, I forget what town they were in, but a heck of a recording by the not so necessarily prolific Graham Parsons and Fallen Angels, or at least not as prolific enough for Emmylou. Historically, we would find out. Bottom of the 7th, Morton will leave after 6. And we will go to Alfitz Morris. We'll come in the 7th inning for Colorado. Top righty setup guy. Better than Morton as well. In the 7th, Alfitz Morris will face Stevie Ray Braun. SRB. How about that? 2-3, grounds the first. Chris Arnold, 57, is a K. And Jim Lytle, 57, short X. Auerbach's a 333. Makes the play. It's a 6-3 game into the 8th inning. Willoughby is almost like having a left-handed starting pitcher in there. It's funny. Again, yeah, he's not in trouble, so we'll have him continue into this breaking inning. Rick Monday, 59, center. Auerbach, 55, second X. Braun's a 334. That is an error on Stevie Ray. Don Money, 58, right field, and with 2 outs, here's our boy Brant. Well, he's already got his homer. He probably won't get another one. 6-12, rolls to the pitcher. Bottom of the 8th inning. Let's get a lefty in here against the dangerous Ed Herman. Let's go with Cumberland in the 8th inning. Nice little pitcher here in the out of the bullpen, who actually was a really good starter for the Giants in '71. 9-6, 292, and 185 innings. He comes out of the Rocky bullpen. Got some surprisingly good pitching for a team that doesn't devote much draft stock on pitching overall. They dedicate it to power. And batting for Ed Herman here will be, against the lefty, will be Raul Casanova. 2-4. Let's take a look at Paul Casanova. I think that's Raul Casanova's relative. Possibly the father or son. I'm not sure. But anyway, 2-4, triple, 1-9, double, and that is a 2-base hit. Casanova's card here, 229 for the Washington Senators, 1970, but he's got a -2 arm, which will get you in the league every time. George Thomas, saw his card earlier, 64. Off of the Cumberland card, that is a 2-run shot, and it is now 8-3, and what writing's on the wall, folks. Road teams in this series don't have a shot. Batting for Brock Davis will be Don Hahn. 5'10" is a K. Popovich, 57, bounced to short. 333 at short, makes the play. And Felipe Alou, 69, second X. Gagliano's a 48 at second, and that's going to be a single. And batting for Dalton Jones will be Roger Freed. 5-11, bounce to second again, but this time he makes the play. 8-3 game in the 9th inning. We'll take Willoughby out. He did a nice job, but he gave up 3 runs. We'll have Ken Tatum, the closer, finish this out just in case they get a crazy rally going. Ken Tatum, he used to be the Angels closer. He had a magnificent card of 69, which the Angels used for 4 years. Then they let him go, as after 69 he's kind of meh. And that Arizona said, well, man's good enough for us. So in the 9th inning, Tatum will try and get the final 3 outs. Dave Kingman leads off. 35's a walk. Andy Costco, 6'11". Pitcher X. Tatum is a E16. 2 E16. Uh-oh, that's an error. Opening the door for the Rockies in the 9th. Joe Liss, 5'11". Walk. Tatum makes a mess of this thing. An 8-3 game is interesting now. There's nobody out and the bases are loaded. And batting for Jack Hyatt will be Paul Ratliff. Both catchers named Paul. Paul Casanova, Paul Ratliff. The pitch to Paul Ratliff, the pinch hitter. 2-8. Let's take a look at the Ratliff card. One of the first things I find amusing and interesting in this card is that if you roll a 4, you're going to get hit by the pitch. On a 1, 2, and 3, 4. Love it. But anyway, 2-8 is triple, 1-8, single ... and almost, wow, actually they're down 5, so yeah, still would have put the Tyron at the plate. Triple 1-8 is a single ... that is a 2-run single, and suddenly the Rockies will start sending this tie run to the plate here in the 9th inning. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Phil Gagliano playing back. 38 is center B ? And the teams don't have to run. It's pointless as they're down 3. So runners on the corners, 1 out for Rick Monday. 2-9 Monday, single 1-19 is a single. And now we do have the tie runs aboard, and it's Rick Auerbach. Oh boy. Let's take a look at the Rick Auerbach card. Yeah. Not much there. They're going to go to Jim Driscoll will be the pinch hitter. Here's take a look at Jim. Now, as enticing as it would be to bring a lefty in, Jim Driscoll hit 192. It's almost embarrassing to think you got to bring in a left-handed pitcher to face this guy. So Tatum will have to figure this one out. First and second, 1 out, and the Jim Driscoll, 52 at-bats for the Oakland A's in 1970, is your hitter. Pitch to Jim. 1-8 is a strikeout. And with 2 outs, it's Moolah. Don Money. Let's take a look at Don. Nice year of 1970 for the Phillies. 295, 14 homer, and 490 plate appearances. Play third and short. Big moment here. Can the road team mount a comeback? Tie this thing, get a lead in the 9th. The remarkable 5-run comeback. First and second, 2 outs. The pitch to Don Money. 2-9. It is single ... and we got the tie run in third, folks. Runners on the corners of an 8-7 game, And don't look now. Don't look, folks. But Brant Alea is at the plate. The worst case scenario for the Diamondbacks. They took Willoughby out after 8 decent innings and went to their closer, and it's flamed up on them. They do have lefty Joe LaHood on the bench, but of course you have to let Brant Alea bat here. So here we go. Brant Alea, the tying run at third, the lead run at first. The pitch to Brant Alea. 67. Tatum gets him to pop to short. And a sigh of relief here in Arizona as somehow the Rockies could not quite make the magical comeback. They fell 1 run short in a game that got much more interesting than it probably should have. As Ken Tatum made a mess of things. Tatum, in his one ridiculous inning, gave up 1, 2, 3 hits, 4 runs. There's an error in there. I think we'll call 2 of those earned, and we got 2 walks and a strikeout. Everything else, Willoughby gets a win, of course. Everything else, he gave up 4 hits and 3 runs. They were earned. 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. Cumberland kind of made a mess out of things in the 8th, giving up 3 hits, 2 runs, and a K. Fitzmar struck out a guy, and Morton really struggled with that horrible 3rd inning. He gave up 8 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned. Only 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. 1009, 0108, 81177. Well, folks, it's just like I haven't played any baseball tonight. I know pretty much very little about these squads other than, yeah, somebody has to win this series is what I know. It's the only thing. Split 6 games. No road wins. And, yeah. Don't know. And the matter of fact, the other team in this division, Las Vegas, is currently in a 3-way tie for first, or a 3-way tie for third, depending on how you look at it. Let's take a peek at the stats for the 2 squads. Yeah, both teams are 12 and 10. By the way, Las Vegas is 13 and 11. So there you are, a 3-way tie. Let's start with Arizona alphabetically. 287. We talked about their batting average. 360 team ERA. The Rockies hitting 247, but you're looking at home run totals. And Brant Alea in 22 games, folks. 10 homer, 27 RBI. My goodness, this guy's been an all-star for 2 years. Is this the year he goes for MVP? That would be insane. But it could happen. 247, 435. And year-to-date, folks, we have played 346 games. We are hitting 262 with a 388 ERA. We'll have the results of Game 7 at the end of this video. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Well, baseball fans, loving the Arizona Diamondbacks hurts because they lost the series in Game 7. The road team finally gets a road win. Rick Monday had a nice 3-run homer in this one. And the Rockies beat the Diamondbacks 7-6. Nice applause there for Graham Parsons. Home team can only win 6 of the 7 games. And the Rockies win 7-6. Win the series. Congratulations to the Rockies. We'll see you next time.
Put all those things.